Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. After playing MechWarrior 5 Clans, going through that and admiring the graphics and playing the game through and actually getting an idea of how that sort of game dynamics was working, I decided to come back to MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, which I played quite a while ago now, and just to refresh my brain to actually how this gameplay is, how the graphics are, and see if there was a really a big improvement. And to be perfectly honest, like the MechWarrior 5 graphics kind of reminds me of the Unreal Tournament engine. The difference between Unreal Engine 4 and the Unreal Engine 5. So the Unreal Engine 5, the graphics on that are now so pretty. Facial expressions, animations, lighting, all that sort of stuff. It makes the game look really, really nice. And MechWarrior 5, Clans. When I play that, you can see the detail there. The trees, the leaves and the branches blowing in the wind. It's sort of dynamic shading. Water from the waterfall looks very nice. Looks like you just jump in there and have a bit of a swim. So definitely, something to consider with the game. It's just, it's beautiful to a degree, with the graphics. And I compare that to MechWarrior 4. Now MechWarrior 4, it's still nice, not as beautiful. Would be what I would be saying. Graphics wise, as you can see with the gameplay here, which I've sped up obviously because otherwise it'd take too long to watch. The graphics is still there. It's just not the same. It's not as beautiful. So look, the MechWarrior 4 graphics is nothing to sneeze at. It's still great graphics. Just the worlds that I guess here in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries tend to be a little bit more open. Yes, I think like graphics wise, you look at the texture of the rocks here and the buildings. I mean, that's still there. It's still the same as the MechWarrior 5 Clans. It's just these worlds tend to be more of an open world and a little bit more, I guess, barren. But then, some of the missions on MechWarrior 5 Clans were pretty much the same looking as this anyway. Just in some cases, very beautiful. In other cases, they don't really need to worry about that so much. So they got very similar. And in a couple of these missions I'll get into later on in this video, I'm inside basically cities, and you get the buildings, and if you look at the buildings and the rendering there, it's pretty close. Like that's as I sort of zoomed out there, change the viewpoint to a third-person view. You can see the shininess of the mech. So the graphics are still there. It's not quite the same as the MechWarrior 5 Clans, but pretty good. But now here's the thing, gameplay wise, and people obviously have different opinions. I think MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries for me is much more fun because I get to pick up the salvage of the mechs. I get to find different weaponry. I get to actually go around the star systems and pick up specialized legendary mechs, legendary weaponry to go with that. And because of that, I'm actually able to build more of a customized mech to how I want to play and what I want to do, as opposed to in Clans where I was sort of restricted. You've got the different Omni packs which you can unlock after using the mech for some time, which is great and makes sense. But you're still limited very much there, and there's so many more different variants of weaponry in Mercenaries. For instance, there's a chemical laser and there's a short burst laser. Yeah, which would you get with mercenaries, but you don't get with clans, and that they are different. They sort of allow for a different gameplay style, so you can really, again, you've got more avenues to sort of work how you're going to tackle a particular problem, mission, situation, and the opposition, obviously. And it's not just lasers. You've got different projectile weapons. Like there's a light rifle, as it's called, and it sort of reminds me of one of the ACs, but it's not an AC. It's more like a solid shot. Doesn't quite have the distance of like an ERPPC, but it does have fairly good distance. It does do good damage. And that is just another option which you get with mercenaries, which you don't see in clans. Yeah, I didn't bother actually going through the mech bay too much, because I spent a lot of time on that, customizing mechs, customizing layouts, and adjusting heat sinks, etc. So I like my lasers, and they'll need massive cooling. On one of these mechs, I think it's actually this one. Actually, no, it's my big one. I've actually got a specialized double heatsink, so a rare double heatsink. It's a little bit more cooling than the average double heatsinks. So just these little things, add to your gameplay, and you get that in mercenaries, but you don't get that in clans. Change that up. You see I've got a few more different mechs there, different chassis levels. Light, medium, heavy and assault. I've got a bit of a mixture, but for different missions you need a different mech, and you sort of adjust the mech to your play style. Also you've got your pilots that you can hire, being that it's a different situation there. It's like hire your pilots based upon how you want them to fight, what you actually want them to do in a mission. So you want them to sit back and hurl missiles from a distance, or you want them to get up in front and be the brute and just hammer away with an AC-20s up close. You can do that. You got the option. Yeah, didn't get much chance. Annihilator. Yeah. Yeah, so look at this graphics. This is with the one of the main missions. For Steiner, because we're talking Innosphere here. We're Mechs, we're working for them. And look, graphics wise, this is pretty on par. Right, so that gets down to gameplay, and as I said, I've got my personal preference. Yeah, 4 PPCs. That's my personal preference. That wakes you up in the morning. It's one thing to escape, it's another thing to make sure that you're going to make it by taking out anything that can actually take you out on the way out. And actually change it. Chain. So left click, fire all guns, right click, chain through, which is useful when you've got heat problems. Why walk around the wall when you can walk through? I know they're not on target, but keep it real. Yeah, I would take out the aircraft, so I don't get any problems with them later. Yeah, so I've got some friendlies here. And a mission to take out a guy, so don't shoot them. Of course I could leave that for them, but why would I do that? Oh, he's in my road. So wait for him to get in my road. Chain mode. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Oh, there's something to pick up over here. And someone protecting it, of course. Alright. Mission done. Let's go. Of course, being a big mech, it takes a while to walk over there. So, glad it's four times speed at the moment. And of course, something you also get with Mercenaries is to actually be able to walk in the mech bay. So, gives you a better impression of how they look from the outside and graphics. You see the shiny bits, sparks, looks pretty cool. And how big are these mechs? Yeah. Yeah, instead of looking at the computer screen, you can like, oh yeah, here it is here, and make the changes. My wife made a tank, mech. Yeah, so nice. You know, I don't think that the graphics let this game down at all, as far as that goes. But it's just like, gameplay wise, I like this more. And this is probably going to be about half the price of MechWarrior Clans at the moment, if you're looking at buying such things. Of course, there was that Titanfall 2, which is on Steam now for under $5 for the next couple of days, I guess. So that also is a nice sort of mech slash Call of Duty, and a bit of parkour sort of wall running action from Jedi combination, but for a real cheap price. So if you're looking for something to play, that's also something to consider. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, please hit subscribe to subscribe to my videos. If you like this video, please hit like, and by all means leave me a comment. Let me know what you sort of like as far as games go, what you'd like me to review and have a look at, if there's anything. And yeah, I guess I'll leave it for now, and bye for now.